So everything that I thought that I knew about recruitment, I discovered to be wrong. Everything that I thought I knew about what's required to find the highest caliber candidate for my company turned out to be wrong. And it's been my discovery over the last 3 years of running my business that has led me to rethink everything that I thought I knew about how to recruit amazing, amazing people. Hey everybody, my name's Deepak Shukla. I'm the founder of the Pearl Lemon Group, and what I want to share with you this evening is a little bit of a secret, I think, that I kind of stumbled upon 2 years and 9 months ago. So that story begins with an amazing human being who changed the way I thought about recruitment. So this human, her name's Lydia Sims. I'll tell you a little bit about Lydia. She's from a small town in the United States called Muskegon, 40,000 people. At the time that I met her, 2 years and 9 months ago, she was a single mother with a beautiful baby boy, Todd. He was about 18 months at that time. She was just in the midst of wrapping up a divorce. She moved back home to be with her parents. 22 years old, in full-time education at Bakersfield College, and at the same time, in the same breath, was applying to a company based in London with zero relevant marketing experience and zero experience of working remotely, with parents who in 2018 fundamentally did not understand the concept of working from home. And it's quite incredible, actually. I mean, Lydia has gone on in that time to become the chief operating officer of a company with 47 people. And she has fundamentally changed my perception of how I think, how I can identify amazing people for Pearl Lemon. So I guess, of course, the question everybody's got is like, okay, what is it that was amazing about Lydia? And what is it that she has done in that time to take her from intern to a top tier position within the business? So in those years that have passed, she's now got 2 children. She's got a wonderful young daughter called Charlotte. So there's Charlotte and there's Todd. Charlotte and Todd now have a mother who's got quite aggressive medical actual challenges. She's lactose intolerant, glucose intolerant, intolerant to several types of antibiotics. Her children have had the pleasure of actually inheriting these challenges as well. And yet, in the same breath, what I discovered, and I invite you to determine, is that there's some things within Lydia that she brought to the conversation that I had no idea she would bring at the time that I recruited her. So go through a couple of those things, right? So I assume, and let's discover, I want everyone to put their hands up if they do agree with the statement I'm about to make. You would assume that a single mother with 2 children under the age of 5 who's working a job remotely and trying to support everybody on a single salary is probably pretty bloody resilient, right? So let's just see a raise of hands if you'd agree with it. Okay, amazing, amazing. I discovered that if you've got 2 children who are under the age of 5 and you need to manage the responsibilities that come with work and you're working from home, you've got to be pretty damn good at time management, right? So let's just raise a show of hands if that would be something that you kind of like agree with. Okay, fantastic. And the third thing that probably in today's world, with many, many things that you see in popular culture, that I discovered she had was emotional resilience, okay? Because what is the world and what is work today? It's instant communication, immediate client demands, impossible deadlines, and sometimes insufficient reimbursement for the work that people put in. So when the going gets tough, as I discovered, who is it that was there standing beside me? And who wasn't it during that journey of chaos of building a business? As you think about the businesses that you're going to build tomorrow, what is it that we should be hiring for? Everything that I got taught about recruitment was, and I'm also a product of this, was the person you hire should be from an incredible business school, such as Holt. I was like, check, that's what I should look for. The person that I should hire should have some international work experience. Oh, fancy that? Check, that's what I should hire for. The person that I'm looking at when it comes to the resume should have, as they've been trained to, know how to pass the applicant tracking system, the voluntary experience, and everything else that you would consider to constitute an amazing resume. And yet, when we think about the true markers of what success entails, it's actually all about character and composition of your constitution and what it takes to stand there proud when the going gets tough and say, you know what, I am. And these markers, right? That was what was incredible for me. Put your hands up if it's very obvious to tell from a resume whether someone is a single mother, a single father, has come from a place of socio-economic, of cultural, of whatever hardship that you like. Put your hands up if that can be immediately apparent from a resume. I'm telling you, that was my discovery as well, because I did hire for what I considered to be all of the right things, and I did discover during that journey that it didn't quite work as I hoped it would. It didn't quite function in the manner that I'd been trained to look for. It didn't quite have the impact when I went out with the intent to hire the top tier caliber candidates that came in. And you know what I discovered? To be in the same room as a Lydia or a Hugo or anybody of that ilk, they hadn't had to walk the 1,000 miles. They hadn't had to travel that journey. They didn't need to follow that pursuit of happiness just to be in that same conversation. And it's incredible, isn't it, when we reflect upon how, if at all, do we see this played out in the business world? Because my next question was, Deepak, where's the evidence of this? Where's the evidence in the world that I can see this happening at scale? And it's incredible that this was the one discovery that I was never taught about when I was taught how to hire. 9 out of 10 of the world's billionaires are self-made, right? We'll give you an even more transparent example. I challenge you to point towards an athlete in whatever sporting environment at the highest echelon of success who hasn't come from a place of struggle, of hardship, whether it's Muhammad Ali, whether it's Mike Tyson, whether it's whoever steps up to the ring, whether it's even going outside of sport, looking at Gandhi, at Mandela, about the journeys that these people have traveled on. So what this has led me to recognize as I continue on this journey of recruitment, and what I invite you to consider, is seek out candidates of this caliber. Seek out these people that exist in communities that they create, in forums that are alternative to the popular recruitment platforms that have had to endure that struggle to even be a part of the conversation. Because I promise you, as you think about your careers beyond what you do here at Holt, that to find your leader of tomorrow, look for those character traits when that person steps into the room. And whenever you see someone who's got resilience, emotional robustness, and that level of constitution, run towards them. Don't run away. Thank you.